I know often we look at communities as beneficiaries, something which we shouldn't. They don't necessarily need to benefit from CSR. They are still the customers. These communities are not out there, and we are saying, we have done this well, and therefore we need to give something back. They are not beneficiaries. They are actually the stewards of the natural environment. And I think if you look at areas where we have these communities, sometimes who we say local communities, that is where we have most of our natural capital. And when I say natural capital, I mean they are holding our water resources, they are holding our soils, they are holding our wildlife. In Nairobi now, we don't have people living with lions, harmoniously. They are in the park. In the Mara, they are living in their land. So they are not beneficiaries, but they are the stewards of the natural environment. And I think as we, continue to say, what would businesses do, we are also looking at that as it's not just CSR, but it is investing in these communities, investing in these people who are stewards of the natural resources. And I think when we, those are the kind of discussions that we are having also with the private sector, that as we go, we need to go beyond, corporate social responsibility and talk about these communities who are stewards. How do we enable them to continue the stewardship? Yeah, and how do they feel that it makes business sense? And that's where the private sector comes, because what we have seen even as conservationists is if it does not make business sense, who is interested? But if I know if I take care of my soil and water, then I have better returns. I'll actually take care of that soil and water, not because of communities downstream or even sometimes future generations. I'll do it because it makes business sense now. If I know the corporates are going to source materials from me because I have grown them sustainably. Say, for instance, if the private sector wants furniture, wants timber, and they decide, okay, it's a little bit more expensive, but it has been planted and it has been grown sustainably, and they intend to buy from that customer or that community, then the community member is going to continue to grow sustainably because there is a market. So, that kind of a balance, I think, is what we are looking at also going forward.